Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today it is the first day of my winter nail art week in which I will make 7 nail art designs which are really Christmassy or wintry and just upload them 7 days in a row. So let's start off with one I made on my natural nails with nail polish, and I'm just going to call this one Let It Snow because I really love red and white and snowflakes, and I added a little sparkle as well. So if you want to know how I made this, please keep on watching. Normally I'd say start off with clean nails, but I was already wearing this beautiful red polish for about 4 days and it was still perfectly on there. So if you are using like your bare nails, always add a good base coat. I used one by Essence, and the red polish I used is one by Essence as well, and that one is called 17 Juicy Love, and I just love that red polish. It just screams a holiday season to me personally. It is a classic blue undertoned red, and because I already wore this color for 4 days, I also capped it off with the Catrice High Shine and Quick Dry top coat. And I am going in onto that red polish with the beautiful China Glaze Snow Globe. So for the thumb, as you can see, it is still really short because I broke it off completely, but you want to add that shimmery glittery polish to the center. It doesn't really matter if it isn't perfect, you just want to add a little blob of sparkle on there. And then for the pointer finger, you just sparsely want to add that glitter polish on top of the entire nail. And for the middle finger, it is the same as for the thumb, just add a little bit of that sparkle to the middle because we're going to stamp on top of this. And then for the other two nails, you just want to apply the sparkle or like the glitter polish on top of the entire nail. So for the ring finger and the pinky. And of course you can always apply more of that glitter polish, but I didn't want it to overpower it because we are going to stamp on top of it. So before you go on with stamping, you want to make sure that your layers of polish are completely dried. And I'm going to use this Essence Ho 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 limited edition stamping plate, and you guys saw me like review or first impression video this plate a little while back because I got it and I just thought it looked really cute and pretty, but I hadn't used it before. So always make sure that if you have a new plate, get rid of that little layer of foil. And I'm using a Born Pretty Store white stamping polish and a scraper, as well as the clear jellyish stamper by Essence. This stamper isn't from the limited edition, but it is one in their regular collection, so it is available like worldwide for everyone. And I just picked up that little snowflake and added that in the middle of my thumb on top of that glittery polish. And of course, in between every time you stamp, you want to make sure you clean off your plate as well as clean off your stamper with a little bit of tape. I always use tape because I feel that's like really convenient. You can use like a lint roller as well, but I have tape like always at home, so I don't even want to bother like getting a lint roller. And of course, if you have a little bit too much polish on your stamper, you can get rid of that with a little bit of tape as well. But for the pointer finger, I'm going to add 2 times this little like starly design on the image plate. So just go in with your white stamping polish. This could be any color of polish to your likings, but I really love red and whites in this holiday season, and you can just get rid of any excess with a little piece of tape. Never use acetone or nail polish remover on your clear see-through stampers because that will dull them out like crazy. Just a little tip, just use a little piece of tape or a lint roller. But of course you can always use a little bit of acetone or nail polish remover to clean off your image plate. So for the middle finger, I wanted to add that little text saying "Let it snow" because I just love snow, and unfortunately here in the Netherlands it doesn't snow that often, and if it does, it's just going to mush really fast. but you just want to add that text to the center of the middle finger on top of that glittery polish, just like we did for the thumbnail. And I just think it looks so pretty and so festive with that glitter polish underneath. Do let me know in comments down below what you think of this combination, because I'm really like curious to hear what kind of combinations you would come up with using this image plate. So of course, just clean your plate again, and it's really repetitive this entire video, but I didn't sped it up on purpose because I want to show you that it doesn't take a lot of time to do a really pretty manicure. So this is just in real time. I edited out like really tiny parts of this video because it was just me being out of focus or out of frame, but I think that was like about 5 to 10 seconds of this entire video, so I didn't even have to edit that much of this particular design. But for the ring finger, I just added a couple of those same snowflakes. The only thing I have to say that I am kind of disappointed on with this plate is I really love the plate, like nothing bad about the plate on its own, but it only has one snowflake design, and I think it would have been like really cool to have like 3 different kind of snowflakes on there, but that's just something that I noticed. So for the ring finger, you want to add a couple of those snowflakes, and it's just up to you where you want to place them. I just winged it as I was making this design. I didn't really have a specific like placement in mind before I started recording this video, but you just want to add a couple. So I added 3 in total, and the third one I placed a little bit on the edge, so I actually had a little bit excess left from that snowflake, and I added that on another corner of my nail as well to not let it go to waste, and I just felt like it needed a little piece of a snowflake like extra. You can always just do that, or just get the polish for a next time on your plate and stamp it another time, but I felt like it was on my plate anyway, so let's just use it. So for the pinky, I wanted to add like one time a stamp with those stars just to tie in the design, because I did use the stars on my pointer finger and I just wanted to add some extra stars, because who doesn't like stars this day of, or this particular holiday season. So just again clean off your plate, and then to finish it off for the stamping, I added like 3/4 of a snowflake onto the pinky on the edge, and then the excess of that I added onto another like area on the nail, more towards the cuticle area. Again, I just did the same thing as I did with the excess of that particular stamp, as I did on the ring finger. So yeah, just to not let anything go to waste. I was just reusing that same stamp, or at least the excess. And then of course, before you put it all away, because we're done with stamping, make sure you clean off your stamper with a piece of tape, as well as your plate with a little bit of acetone or nail polish remover. And you can also clean your scraper, and I actually didn't do that the last time. That's why there's a little bit of black polish on there still from my stamping design I did at the Halloween season. But yeah, we're almost like done with this design. Just make sure that your stamps are completely dry and like secured to the nail before you go in with your top coat. And I am using a really thick top coat by Essence, but my bottle is almost completely gone, so I had to tilt it a couple of times to make sure I could really load up that brush. And as I said, make sure that your stamps are completely dry, because otherwise you will have some like dragging and just streaking all over the place. And that's also the reason why I really load up my brush while applying this top coat, just to make sure I don't have any dragging of that white stamping polish. Because stamping polishes are so extremely opaque, they drag really easily. And especially on a red base, it's really noticeable, and you just want to make sure that you don't have any dragging whatsoever. So yeah, you just want to apply a good layer of top coat, you can always go for a specific like stamping polish top coat, if you want to call it like that. They're mostly called like a non-drag top coat or a stamping top coat or something like that. You could always find these online. I got one from Born Pretty store. I do feel like it works pretty decently, but it doesn't last as long on the nails as this Essence top coat would, for instance. So yeah, that was already the entire design. I just wanted to clean up a little bit with one of my clean up brushes and a little bit of nail polish remover. I just had a little bit of that white stamp and a little bit of top coat on my skin and the cuticle area, and I just wanted to clean that up before this design was completely over. You could always clean up before you apply the top coat, but I always have a little bit of flooding because sometimes I just load up my brush way too much. So, but that's all up to you. But this was already my first design of my winter nail art week. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I really love it so far, and thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I will see you in a next video.